Well, hey, friends. Nice to see everybody. How was your weekend?
It is nice to see everybody. Hello.
Yeah. I got back in from West Virginia Renaissance Festival pretty late last night.
Yep, he did. That's true. I can attest to that.
I left at ending Cannon at 8 and drove straight home. And it was nice to wake up at home today. I had a great time, but this is a big week, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough time to make sure everything was ready, because at the end of this week, we've got a First Friday show, and when I say we, I mean Jordan Cavalier and I. First Friday show in York, Pennsylvania. That will be part of their First Friday celebrations. It's a free show. You can come and see us at Trinity UCC, which is 32 West Market Street. So that'll be between 5 and 7. So that's kind of an early night, but it's supposed to be pleasantly warm. And Jordan and I will be out playing probably most of the new album that we just released a few weeks back, as well as a bunch of our Ren Fair favorites. So do come out and see us. And then Saturday, we've got the record release party at Artifice Ales and Mead. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more later, because that's going to be really exciting. All three of us, Marshall, Jordan, and I will all be there. And we're really looking forward to that. So I, once more, did not really make a set list. So we're going to play a somewhat modified game of random access melody.
Default to the deck of cards.
Yeah. So Lori will get to pick some things here and again.
Cool. Can I get to pick one now?
Sure.
All right. We'll just kind of jump right in. Everybody kind of knows how this works, so.
In case you don't.
I'm going to open this starter deck, magic cards that Jeremy has written songs on, and then we just play a random access melody, which is we pick songs from the deck, and I did not shuffle. Jeremy shuffled.
That's her way of saying it's my fault.
We're going to make it seem really cool. Blow, blow, thou winter wind.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? We haven't played that in quite a bit.
That's the move.
That's the move. You did this to yourself.
I did this to myself. And you know, hey, remember how I get a couple of vetoes?
Oh, don't veto this one. This one's fun.
No, I just did. It's too late.
What?
Yeah, I don't have it with me.
Oh, my goodness. First, this is how we're going to roll tonight?
That's how we're going to roll tonight.
Woo!
Have I mentioned it was a bit of a long weekend?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How about Belaki? I know you know this one. You don't even need anything. You can just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just gonna go to the other B of Belaki.
Okay. I'll take French troubadour songs for 300, please. Beliki.
Oh, is this the point where I'm supposed to pick another song for you?
Yeah, I mean, that could be good.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were going to do like every other or you had a plan or...
Yep.
That's our plan.
Real big, detailed plan.
After Ren Fair weekend plan, we'll just go and play the game.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, you already played this one.
Which?
Music in these pictures.
Yay! Extra bonus points for playing early.
Oh, we're just really setting it off tonight. I just like to remind everybody Jeremy shuffled the deck.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Sunflowers. Ooh,
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. From Beliki to Sunflowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for some of you who might be maybe tuning in new or don't know how things at a Ren Fair work when you write new songs, I've been playing all these at Ren Fairs. Some of them are more likely to show up on stage than not. I've played Sunflowers a couple times on stages, but mostly if I play Sunflowers, it shows up in the lanes. So, but it seems to get received pretty well. Mark Williams and I have had a lot of conversations about what works, because sometimes it can seem surprising what works and what doesn't. And I will often ask the audience what they're maybe up for, just to kind of gauge where people are at. And every once in a while, you get an audience that really wants like a quiet, mellow set. And usually this song will show up then, just because it's kind of quiet and reflective. So I personally like to think of it as one of the most beautiful and artful ways of telling someone to drop dead. But, you know, here we are. Take these seats with you as you go. May they line your pocket with memory to remind us when you've gone. You can leave something of beauty like to think that something miraculous like, well, most of you are readers, so you'll get this. Like in the end of the Two Towers after the Battle of Helm's Deep, when the orcs, the Uruk-hai from Saruman's army have been routed into the Ents. And there's just no pile of orc bodies anymore. There's just a big mound of turf, and the trees all leave. Although I imagine it's more like the parts of Ukraine that have been taken by Russian soldiers, just there's no more Russian soldiers, just a big field of sunflowers. That'd be all right. So, for the strength and continued endurance for the people of Ukraine.
Yeah. And Judith wrote that Hanbal wants to let you know that the song is still brilliant, but it's sad that it's still relevant.
Yeah, for real, Hanbal.
Yeah.
For real. There's a lot of songs that I write that I wish were obsolete. That's definitely one of them. I feel like if Western allies would have been smarter and a little bit more staunch, including the U.S., I think Ukraine would have had a much better time of things. But, you know, I didn't think we'd live in a world where I could say something like pro-Russia Republicans. So, yeah. Yeah. So, cheers to that, Hanbal.
Are you going to pick another song, or are we going to pick another song?
I'll let you do it.
Okay, well, Judith suggested we should pick the 6th card because we've been having technical difficulties with the cards, and I told her that I would do that, so.
The software is working just fine.
It's just fine, I swear. Yeah.
All right,
we're
6 cards.
We're going to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Esvarb. Oh my gosh, my fingers can't work today. That's my struggle.
So it's a hardware problem, not a software problem.
I mean, that's always true. These hands don't work as well as they used to. They're a little old and witchy, which is kind of cool, I guess.
Esvarb, huh? Yeah. Okay. Well, that hasn't shown up in quite a while.
The cards have spoken.
All right.
You could do this.
Es war ein schöner Jüngling, über einen breiten See. Und meines Königes Tochter nach Das bringt mir großen Schmerzen, Herz allerliebste Zell. Ready So, for those of you who can't speak German, it's a song about star-crossed lovers. And a young, handsome guy has fallen in love with a princess, and the king is not stoked, so he has the guy deported. And that's not entirely why I love this song. And that's not actually entirely why I love any song about star-crossed lovers. The last verse is the one that I'll translate. Have hope that time will end this. Have hope that fortune will change. Have hope that all else will fall into place, beloved Elsaline. And that wish and hope that their circumstances will change, that they'll be able to be together, is, I think, the thing that I love about this song and the other songs about star-crossed lovers that I sing, because there are so many people who, at least in this part of the world, who love each other, who can be together now, who couldn't before. I'm thinking of interracial couples, of LGBTQ couples. And I think that is incredibly beautiful. Just in a few decades, how much has changed and how much more needs to change around the world. So, for everyone who is longing to be with the one they love and can't.
Setting quite the tone here tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, well, it's not my fault. I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah, I keep saying you shuffled this deck. Do you want to pick your own song, or do you want me to?
No, the stuff that I wanted to sing anyway is all coming up. So.
Oh, perfect. See how these things work. Okie dokie. Oh my gosh, today. Anywhere out of the world?
Wow. All right.
It's world topics for 300.
Well, this is from a band that I dearly love, from Judas part of the world, Dead Can Dance, which I know we've played this song pretty recently, so some of you already know this, but this comes from one of my very favorite albums. If I had to pick my 10 desert island discs, as we used to call them, so the thought experiment runs like this. You have 10 albums that you can take to a desert island. Which ones do you take? This would probably be from one of mine, Within the Realm of a Dying Sun by Dead Can Dance. Great album. I highly recommend it. It's 38 pretty much perfect minutes. You know, I'm just going to start that over. I'm better than that. We scale the face of reason to find at least one sign that could reveal the true dimensions of life, lest we forget. And maybe it's easier to withdraw from life with all of its misery and wretched lives away from harm. We lay by cool still waters and gazed into the sun, and like the moth's great imperfection succumbed to a fatal charm. And maybe it's me who dreams unrequited love, the victim of fools who want life for one's own end. Will this crooked path ever cease to That might be a fun one to sneak into a Ren Fair someday.
I think you definitely should do it. You don't have to sneak it, just do it.
Well, some fairs don't like it when you're using copyrighted materials because they could get in trouble.
That's true. I forgot about that. Fair enough. Fair enough, fair. You want to talk about fair? West Virginia, your weekend?
So it was kind of a whirlwind. I met with Vid in Charlotte, West Virginia, where our friend Davi has a really excellent meadery called Wandering Wind. You should check him out. Actually, I don't know if he does this internationally, but at least in the 50 contiguous states, he offers a subscription service, which is pretty cool. And he will ship mead. So you want to check that out. It was great to actually get to visit Davi's meadery and sample some new stuff and just catch up. So we all hung out talking until the wee hours, and then the next morning we got up and drove to Lewisburg, West Virginia, where we set up camp and rehearsed. And it had been a bit since Vid and I got to play together. We haven't performed professionally since the first week of Arizona, first weekend in February. So it had been a bit, but, of course, Vid was right where he needed to be, and we had a great weekend. We had 2 shows at a fairly new stage called the Fair Harbor Stage, and it was one of the stages that's covered, which was great because we got a little bit of rain and a whole lot of sun. So that was pretty cool. And then our friend Kathleen Finnegan was not at the fair. We were actually filling in for her. So we played at a little platform that she's normally found at West Virginia Renaissance Festival. And we played there right at opening and near close. So it was a nice way to kind of welcome people in with a little bit of music and say goodbye to some new friends at the end of the day. So we had a really good time. One unfortunate thing about only being there for one weekend is I didn't get to see every act that I wanted to see. I did manage to see some friends and hang out a little bit with a few friends, but as you can imagine, one weekend and long, hot days don't necessarily, they're not conducive to hanging out after a festival day. But it was nice to catch up with everybody that I got to catch up with. I got to see Hey Nanny Nanny and Boom Boom Shake, as well as Randall Piper and the Rambling Sailors, and some others. So that was great. It was nice to have 4 shows a day, but it was also nice to have some openings in the schedule to see how much the festival has changed since the last time I was down. I hadn't been to West Virginia's festival since 2020. Was it 22? Yeah, I think. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
was the last time
we were there in 22.
We didn't go last year.
No, we couldn't make it.
And it's grown a lot. They added a lot of vendors. They added a lot of new areas. Yeah. So it was great to go and explore.
Cool.
I love that festival. There's so many things that I love about that festival. It's incredibly beautiful. It's incredibly charming. For a fair that is in its 6th or 7th year, it's punching well above its weight class with the people that it hires. So some really big national acts are there, and it's great to see Theater of Fools, for example,
Nature
or
of
Hey
Mercy.
Nunny Nunny, or Nature of Mercy,
Yeah.
or like there's a lot of really great
Yeah.
things about that festival.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're
I'm glad you got to
unfortunately
go.
that was their final weekend, but they're open throughout June. So I would say anybody that's within 5 or 6 hours drive, do the Airbnb thing or grab a hotel in nearby Lewisburg and just go and enjoy a really beautiful part of the country and an incredibly beautiful little fair. You will not be disappointed. For a fair of its size, there's too much to see in a day. There's probably too much to see in a weekend. So go and check it out, and put that on the calendar for next year.
Cool. Should I pick another song for you?
Sure.
So friends, if you were just joining us, we're playing what we like to call Random Access Melody, where we pick a card from the deck of cards that Jeremy has written. And this is El Rey de Francia. This is like a really solemn set tonight. Like, we're just kind of hanging out in these like songs.
Yeah. Well, this is, maybe one of the favorite of the Sephardic songs that I
Yeah,
know.
that's true.
El Rey de Francia, Tracy Hatania, La una lavrava, La otra cucia. La más chica de ellas, pasida hacía, lavrando, sueño le caía. Su madre que la veía, a le quería, no más mi madre, ni maravilla. Un sueño me soñaba, bien y alegría, sueño vos soñaba. Yo volo saltaría. M'abrí a la puerta, vide la luna entera. M'abrí a la ventana, vide la estrella Diana. M'abrí al pozo, vide un peladoro con 3 pajaricos picando el oro. La luna entera está tu sueño. Esta tu cuñada. Los tres pajaricos son tus cuñadicos y el pilador. El hijo del rey tu novio.
Yeah. Let that one ring out a little bit. You gonna tell a story?
Yeah, once upon a time, three friends made a brilliant debut album and celebrated it by having an album release party at Artifice Ales and Mead.
Ooh, yeah. Tell us more about this album and release party.
The music starts at 7. We suggest if you come and you want to get a table, I would get there early, because anybody who's seen me play at Artifice before, that room is not that big. And I'm hoping to see a lot of you, because we're going to have, we will have CDs. We'll also have a couple stickers and some really cool enamel pins. So we hope you'll join us. And we hope you will help us by buying lots of merch, because we did this album on a shoestring. So I did all the engineering here in my studio, and then Vid Wegner and I mixed it when we were at Arizona together. So like the costs for making this record are low as that goes, but even with all of that, it's still a good outlay of funds. And beyond all that, we are so proud of this album. Some of you know that I was working on it for, basically all fall. And we finished all the recording the week before I left for Arizona. So, yeah. And I went to Arizona feeling really good about where we were at. And as soon as Vid started the mixes, he got stuff out of the mixes that I certainly wasn't thinking. So I feel really good about what we put together. And it is a surprisingly lush album for like how few elements are on it. But I think it's something that I think it would be really great for people who love Ren Fairs, because there's obviously a lot of music that we've put on it that we would play at a Ren Fair. But there's also 3 originals of mine on it that I feel really good about. So I feel like this album would stand really well outside of a Ren Fair audience. So like, even if you're like into alternative music or alternative folk, I think it would work really well. I actually think this album would work really well if you're into like folk metal. Yes, that's actually a genre. You can go look that up after the show and find lots of cool stuff.
Lots of fun things, yeah.
But I'm hoping to try and get us a tour, maybe with like, get out on the road with some alternative bands or some folk metal bands, because I think we would be able to get fans outside of a Ren Fair. Yeah. So
when is the album release party again?
It is this Saturday, July 6th, from 7 to 9 at Artifice Ales and Mead, which is 55 North Main Street in Manheim. I think we're going to have a great night.
Pennsylvania, friends. We're in Pennsylvania.
We are not in Germany.
Yeah.
For example.
For example.
But do come out if you're local, and like even if you have a little bit of a drive, the show will be over by 9, so it's still like a fairly early night as shows go, and like there's only ever going to be one debut record release show. So if you've been waiting for a good time to come out and see us, this is it. I think this is going to be a great show. Julie and Willie at Artifice have always been wonderful hosts for us.
Yeah.
So
we talk about their mead and their all the time. It's so good.
Oh my God.
They're
if you like
owners,
mead
yeah.
or beer, what a great spot. Willie puts a lot of care into everything that he brews. And the food there is really good too. So, yeah, come out, come hang. It'll be good to see everybody. I'm kind of looking at this as like a fair family reunion, because like we saw a bunch of our friends at Jersey, but there's still a lot of Pennsylvania people that we miss and didn't get to see and haven't seen in a little while. So come on out. It'll be fun.
Continuing on with our song sampling from the random deck of magic cards. Jabbersuch. Ooh, a little tricky one. Little wordplay song.
'Twas brillig and the slithy toes did Gyron gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borregos, and the mome rats out great. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the judge of bird and shot, the furious bandersnatch. He took his vocal sword in hand, long time the manxome foe he saw. So rested he by the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in a fish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the togy wood, and burbled as it came. One, two, and through, the vorpal blade went snake a snap. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. Oh, frav, just take a look away. He chortled in his joy. Was brillig and the slithy toes did Gyron gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borregos, and the mome rats out grey. A little Lewis Carroll and a little Nonsuch.
Yeah, Tanya really likes it.
Thank you, Tanya.
Yeah, she's like, this is awesome.
That song's.
It doesn't creep out much, but when it does, it's so good.
I don't like doing that song solo.
Yeah, it's really fun with Mark.
Mark's great.
Mark's it's so much. That's how it started, actually, with Mark
Mark
Williams.
said
Yeah.
that it scanned. So if you took the poem Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll, it scanned over Nonsuch. And I tested it and was like, oh, this is great. So Mark and I started playing it a lot at Pennsylvania Ren Fair that year. And depending upon Mark's mood, he either does it like totally deadpan, which is gorgeous, or he's a complete Muppet. And it's hard for me to stay in my lane because no matter what happens, I stay deadpan. So Mark is like over Muppeting in a corner and I'm trying to keep a straight face. And like, anyway, it's wonderful. So Yeah.
That's actually came out of one of the Wandering Bard sessions, like a Monday Night Live session here
Yeah.
before the show. It kind of got like tossed around, and Jeremy's like, "Wait, I have the book upstairs," and anyway, that's the story kind of behind this song story.
Yeah.
And the collaboration and stuff. But yeah, it was when Mark was here for, gosh, that's probably I don't think it was last year. It might have been the year before.
It was the year before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last year was a little hectic, and
Right.
we didn't even get Mark until the season was almost done.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, fun stuff.
Uh-huh.
So, what are you thinking?
I don't know.
You want one more song, or you want two more songs, or you want...
Well, maybe you should do the public service announcement just in case. Because if it's an ender, then...
Should I sneak the in? Should I look at it?
No.
I'll just pull it and then we'll decide.
Yeah, but if it's really the last song, then you have to make the announcement now. Oh, God.
Love My Way.
So, I married a goblin.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if that's really an ender.
It's gonna be.
Oh, you're...
Friends, I have good news and I have bad news.
Oh, yeah, you do it.
So, the
Bad
bad
news
news first. I only have time for one more song. I thought you were going to have...
I was helping.
Helping. Mm-hmm. The goblin energy is strong tonight.
I was making it more dramatic.
Uh-huh. But the good news is I have time for one more
song. Yeah.
So we will end with a song of the Psychedelic Furs, which started their career in the late 70s. And if you haven't dug into their back catalog or any of their catalog, you really should. Most people only know the stuff that were in a lot of the coming-of-age movies in the 80s, which really weird pairings. I mean, kudos to John Hughes for putting them in so many movies, but it's a really fine example of like the actual message of the song not actually linking up in the same way with like the messaging in some ways. Anyway, I love the Psychedelic Furs. They are amazing. They are still touring. So go check out one of my favorite post-punk bands. Fashion with a gun, my love, in a room without a door. A kiss is not enough. Put us on the railroad. Did he make us pay for laughing in their faces and making it our way? Love my way, it's a new road. I follow where my mind Friends, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Please remember, if you are anywhere near the Mannheim, Pennsylvania area, to come out to our record release party this Saturday, July 6th at Artifice Ales and Mead, 55 North Main Street in Mannheim. We're going to be playing from 7 to 9, and we'll have a lot of really cool merch for you to buy and a lot of great music for you to enjoy. So come on out and hang out if you're nearby. If you're not, we'll just see you right here at the Wandering Bard next Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Until then, love you all. See you soon.